Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to WFAM, the show. Here we are talking about Kevin Durant. He's one of the most loved and most hated players in NBA history. Opinions on him vary. If he's good, did he go to the Warriors for good reason? Is it bad that he went to the Warriors? Here we are discussing Kevin Durant.
Well, let's forget about that Golden State stint. I mean, do we really have to remind ourselves of the time where he nearly ruined the entire league? I mean, okay, so now, thankfully, that time is over. He's on the Brooklyn Nets. First year, we saw a lot of potential of what the Brooklyn Nets have become. Kevin Durant did not disappoint, putting up all-star caliber numbers, carrying the Nets to the second round of the playoffs. But I will say, Game 7, watching that fourth quarter, I mean, he made two very crucial mistakes in Game 7. That one shot that could have fucked the Nets up late in the fourth quarter. His toe was just beyond the line, causing it to be a 2, causing the game to be tied, sending the game to overtime. And, of course, the last shot of the game that would have tied it for the Nets, keeping them going in that overtime against the Bucks. He airballed it. Like, how are you, Kevin Durant, just airball a basketball? Like, how does that happen? That is honestly one of the biggest chokes I have ever seen. People, you could debate with me on this, but I think Kevin Durant did not put on a good show in the fourth quarter and overtime of Game 7.
You're out of your mind, man. This is verbal diarrhea, man. This is terrible. It's awful. It's a terrible take. Kevin Durant got his team there. He led his team. Did you see what he did in Game 5? It took James Harden being overweight and Kyrie Irving being soft for the Nets to lose. Because James Harden needs to go to Weight Watchers. That's why the Nets lost.
But how does that explain Kevin Durant throwing an
come on,
in Game 7?
That's an awful take. That's a brutal take. I mean, this guy's one of the best basketball players of all time. He's arguably the best basketball player on earth, and you're calling him a choker.
Because he threw an air ball in Game 7.
Let's not forget, Joe Harris. What did Joe Harris do? He just wet himself. He completely wet himself. This guy stinks, man. Bruce Brown, man. I mean, DeAndre, he stinks, bro.
But let's talk about the rest of the Nets team.
And Durant just single-handedly carried that team.
We gotta head to commercial break?
Landry Shamet.
No, we're not heading to commercial break because we gotta talk about this for a second. When you look at the Brooklyn Nets as a whole, who do you think of? You don't think of Joe Harris and his weird hairstyle. You don't think of DeAndre Jordan being paid $10 million a year to do nothing. You think of Kevin Durant, who, yes, carried the Nets through those first 6 games. How come he failed right there in the last 2 minutes of action? How come it was there where he shot an air ball and made a crucial mistake at the line? You saw his reaction after Game 7.
Well, I agree.
He knew that it was his fault that he lost that game.
Yeah, I agree.
He stepped on the line and he shot that air ball. He had so much left. Like, think about this. You're Kevin Durant. He had a wide open look. He's able to get a move off the screen. He was able to use his athleticism to get that ball. Well, good position beyond the three-point line, get a good shot off, except he shot an air ball.
All right. So that'll do it.
Why was the air ball there?
Yeah,
why was it there?
That'll do it for today's show. William Cunningham, who I believe signed the Declaration of Independence.
We'll continue this argument.
Stop watching basketball, you moron.
We'll continue this argument on tomorrow's show. Thank you for watching. Here's our commercials.